Go ahead. So I'm going to configure your partitions. Now you have an option whether you want to automatically configure partition or you want to configure partition manually. I would like to do the partitions on my own. Automatic, what is the purpose of it? Let us see also what happens. I'm going to use automatic. Click on done. Now it saves. But do you know what are the partitions created? Yeah, inside you can find. But I'm going to configure my partitions on my own. So click on I will configure partitions. Click on done. Now I got a new page to partition. There are multiple types of partitions. One is a standard partitions, another one is a LVM, and the LVM thin provision. I'm going to use a basic standard provision right now. Standard partition. Can you see create the partition automatic? I'm going to click on it. Can you see what are the partitions I got? Boot, swap, and root. Clear? I got boot, root, and swap are the three partitions which are available. Clear? Yes. Usually swap should be a double the size of your real RAM, but in reality, how what it works? 1.5. So they're using one. Clear? Machine is not intelligent. What you instruct make the machine intelligent. So I'm going to restart again. So I'm going to start everything. So let me first create and I'm going to do once again. So I'm going to do the partitions. Yes. Let me do the partitions on my own. I'm deleted everything. I had deleted everything and I'm going to start a standard partition. I'm going to create what mount point you want. In Linux, everything is mount. Everything is mount. You in Windows you still attach your pen drive, isn't it? Over here, mount your pen drive. Clear? So I'm going to use what are the partitions? First is your root. Or let me input boot first. Boot, I'm going to use 1024. Now you are going to create one more, which is root. Root, what is the size you have? 40 GB you have. Total size is 40. So I'm going to use 30 GB. 30 GB, it took 27 point something. No. So remaining I'm going to use is swap. So swap I'm going to use 2048. 2 GB. Clear? This is also a method. Either you can customize your size or you can tell the machine to create on its own, or you can select and you can create, yes, do your partition on your own. It's up to you. You can use later on. Unallocated space. I'm going to show you how to do partitions also. I'm going to reset everything and going to start with the automatic by machine. Go ahead. Yes, all the partitions will be shown over here. Clear? 40 GB, yes. Now his question is, I got 40 GB, but remaining is 1 GB. Oh, no, 9 GB is available. Can I able to use it? Yes, I can use one more mount point. I can use one more mount point home, where home I can use for 9000 MB. Got it? Remaining is 200 MB. It's up to you what are the mount points you want to create. Clear? I will explain you. I will explain you. Clear, guys? For everyone? So I'm going to reset all and going to start from the default. So reset, yes, I'm going to reset, or let me delete everything. and I'm going to create and standard, and I'm going to create automatic. So click on done, and you can see the partitions are available. Accept the changes. So it is done. So I have root, boot, and swap. So click on done. Accept your changes. Accept your changes you have to do. Root, boot, home, swap, users. If you want, you can. Else you have to ignore it. But we have many things. Yes. And we have option of kdump, which is going to be by default enable. What is the purpose of it? The kdump is a kernel crash mechanism. Clear? So let it be the default. I'm not going to use anything, and let me set the network. So turn on your network Ethernet. Yes, I'm going to turn it on. Now this is the place where you are going to set the host name. What if you didn't set the host name? Yes, after installation also you can change the host name. By default, this is a default name. Local host dot local domain is a default name. So make sure that you are enabling it. Then I'm going to start with my installation. Now since it is the first installation, you are going to mention your user who is going to log in. Before that, what is the root password? Who is the default admin for Linux? For Windows? For Novel? Admin. For Solaris? Admin. Root. Clear? So the password I'm going to use until 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just for your lab, isn't it? It is a weak password. Yes, I'm going to click enter. It will proceed. Now, who is going to use this? Any user. So I'm going to use user 1, and he's going to be an admin. Let it be. The password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So click on done. Now I'm going to wait for a while until the installation completes. So when the installation is going on onto your machine, I want you to see what are the files getting installed. You'll get more knowledge. You can understand what are the files getting installed. There's something called X window. X window. What is it? GUI. X11 was GUI. So whenever you're going to see this proxy got installed, some files are getting certificates getting installed. So that's it. I have to wait for another few minutes until this completes. After that, licensing phase will come. You have to put yes, I agree the terms and conditions. After that, reboot your machine. If it is not boot file for us, it will be safe. Yes. That's not really good. So if you had lost your so your installation is done, and it says that you have to reboot your machine. Clear? So I'm going to click on reboot. So now again all the services will be down and it will be back. What is the fail? Fail to communicate with repository. So I don't want worry. So these are the bootloaders. Don't do anything, let it be the default. Now you can see your CentOS 7 is successfully installed. Now you will get a page. Still the installation is because I had to give the license agreement task. So it says that do you want to give the license agreement information? Yes, I agree. The licensing agreement, they know you're not going to read. So they are giving only one license. If you want, go to this location and read your license on your own. So done. And network will be not connected. Yes. Again, try to turn it on. If you want, you can configure from here itself. What is the IP address you like to configure? Under general IPv4, you're going to select the IP address manually. Add the IP address as 10.41, isn't it? 41.41.2. 41.41 do for the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, which can be anything. So click on add, then select. So your DNS server IP is 10.41.41.1. I don't have, but still I'm going to use the same. Default gateway 10.41.41.1. Yes, I'm going to use the same. So I have the IP address, netmask, and gateway. If I want, I can use the DNS, or let me remove the DNS now. So let me save it. So it is done. So click on done, and your machine will be finished on clicking your final configuration is completed using finish your configuration. So now your cent is successfully installed. So whom you are going to log in with? User 12345 is the password which I gave. Since this is the first time you're logging in, you have to give some settings, privacy settings, which can be ignored. That's what I'm going to do. So you have your different language as welcome. I'm not going to anything. So let it be default. Don't select anything. So you want privacy settings? No. Click on next. Skip. Yes. Start your Cent Linux. If you want, you can read the settings, or you can just close it. Clear? So we are going to work everything in your terminal. So right click, new terminal, and this is the place where we are going to work. Clear? Clear, guys? Yes, we are not in root. How? We are logged in as an user account. Clear? And not in your root directory also. We are in home directory. Clear, guys? What time is your break?